in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep. Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you for watching Coopersthaiadventure Monday morning. Money Matters with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder. Welcome back.
We here?
And today we want to talk to you all about YieldMax. But before we get into today's topic, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure everybody already does, MicroStrategy did not make it into the S&P 500 this time.
What?
What? I know, I felt exactly the same.
Unbelievable.
But 3 companies did. So Robinhood made it on their second attempt. So we now have 2 exchanges, crypto exchanges in the S&P 500, Coinbase and Robinhood.
Yeah.
But not the largest holder of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy.
Yeah, they're probably going to wait till December.
Why the hell not, Brooke? Why didn't that happen?
I think a lot of it's they don't understand MicroStrategy, like a lot of people don't, you know. Possibly the volatility of the stock. But anyways, you know, December will come around in 3 months, at least the next entry. And by that time, I think Bitcoin will be up, which will pull Micro, which will pull Misty, by the way. And yeah, then they'll have to take another look at it. Honestly, it's not a question of if, it's simply when. I think Tesla, they made them wait at least 2 before entering. So who knows? Maybe they're playing the same games here. But I mean, they meet all their criteria. So
yeah, they meet all the criteria, but it was a big shot. The betting odds had them at 92% getting in.
Yeah, but that dropped during the day, you know, dramatically. So somebody maybe knew something. But anyways, it's you know, their market cap will grow substantially when Bitcoin runs by the end of the year, which I'm sure it will. And, you know, they'll have to have a good hard look at why they won't put them in, you know. I mean, what are they looking at that would say, nah, I don't think we should. But
and their 2 largest shareholders are Vanguard and BlackRock.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's oodles of sovereign wealth funds, companies that own I mean, we're talking billions of dollars worth of MicroStrategy as the way to hold Bitcoin, where they're barred probably from owning the actual coins. So that's the workaround for them.
For
So
people like in England,
yeah,
where the governments don't let them buy Bitcoin.
yeah.
You know,
And the sad thing is, Coop, when you stop and look at it, that's how these regulators, the game sometimes you think's rigged, because allowing them in will actually allow anyone who has passive investments in the S&P to hold Bitcoin in reality. Now, a very minor percentage, but at least they have some holdings, when things really start to go, and it will. So, they're hurting the average consumer, in my opinion, too.
well, and we're coming up to the end of the bull run as well, when Bitcoin normally goes parabolic, and it's always in October and November, the year after the halving. October, November, and a bit into December is normally where it runs. If you go back the last 3 bull runs, that's when it normally runs its most. So people are predicting that it's going to go 200, 250, some even say 300,000. If you listen to Samson Mao, he seems to think it's going to go to $1 million. I highly doubt it.
Not this early.
Yeah, we're a few years away from that yet. But yeah, it's a little bit disheartening that they didn't get in, but they could be brewing for the perfect storm on the flip side, because if Bitcoin does continue to do what it's done in history, if it all repeats and it runs to say 200,000, we'll take the lower end of the figures that have been thrown out there, 200, 250, and 3. If it does run to 200,000 by December, and the next inception date, when the committee gives the announcement, is the first Friday in December. I think it's either the 5th or the 6th. I'd have to look at my calendar. It's one of those two. Then it would make MicroStrategy even run even further, and with it, Misty.
And it'll increase the market cap, where they seriously have to look at it, because the S&P is supposedly the 500 largest companies on the planet, in the States.
U.S. Stock Exchange, yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think, they could be up in the top 5 by that time. So you're going to keep them out. But I'm not so sure. Your one point about a crypto winner, I'm not so sure there's going to be a crypto winner.
Well, nobody knows. That's just the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people saying this time is different. Why? Because we have the ETFs, and the ETFs keep accumulating every week. You'll have down days in the ETF, but for the majority, it's up. What, the ETFs bought 1 million Bitcoin since inception last year in January?
Yeah,
that's a hell of a lot of Bitcoin.
Well, yeah.
And Saylor keeps accumulating. With MicroStrategy, you got 21 shares. You've got over 170 companies in the U.S. that are on the S&P 500.
More to come.
That own Bitcoin now. Actually own it. They're buying it. So I can't see they can keep them out for much longer.
No, it's
and there's more coming every week that are buying into it.
Yeah, there'll be immense pressure for December, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. Now, however, the SEC did come out with a regulation last week that scared a lot of people in the cryptoverse. That new regulation is that companies cannot buy crypto without getting shareholders' authority first. Did you see that bit of news, Brooke?
No, I did not.
Oh, you missed it. Wow, that was huge. It came out on Thursday. The day before, they were going to announce who they're going to allow into the S&P 500. Yeah. And maybe that spooked the S&P 500.
Well, most of the companies that are going into it in a sizable way do that automatically. So, yeah.
But Saylor did. He had his meeting earlier this year. I think it was in May, if my memory recollects me correct. Let me know in the comments if I got the date wrong. I think it was in May, where he had a shareholder meeting where he wanted to issue more shares to buy more Bitcoin. And the shareholders voted yes. And so he was able to release more shares onto the market to buy even more Bitcoin. So he actually did it right. So why the committee would use that as a reason to say no, I have no idea.
No, I understand. If you invest in a company and their business is something other than buying Bitcoin,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you realize on one of the statements, where the hell did all this Bitcoin come from? Yeah, that doesn't happen. If you're changing your modus operandi, you need to go to the shareholders to get that voted
Approved.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into today's topic of YieldMax. And I want to be blatantly honest with all of our viewers about YieldMax. YieldMax is a great way to get passive income and monthly returns or weekly returns. But then we have to talk about the risk. Are they a long-term hold? Are they the sort of company that's going to be around in 10, 20 years, boosting your retirement, until you're no longer with us? I don't know, would be my honest answer. The share dilution for basically, share prices go up and down and they're paying out every week and every month. Well, as soon as they pay out, the stock price goes down. And we've already seen one reverse stock split in the YieldMax funds. Could we see more? Well, the owner of YieldMax has been on YouTube and spoke with Rod, Retire on Dividends, a very good YouTuber. If you haven't seen him, go check out his channel. I actually invited him on the show, but because of the time difference, he said, sorry, Coop, I can't make it. But it'd be great to have him on here with his input. And they said they'll never do another reverse stock split. Well, Michael Saylor said that they would not sell the common shares to buy more Bitcoin unless the NAV premium was above 2.5. And they said that in their last meeting that they had with the shareholders. Well, guess what? A week later, they revised it on Facebook and said, yes, we will continue to issue common shares to buy more Bitcoin. So that only lasted a week and they did a retractment on it. Could YieldMax do the same? Absolutely. Of course they could. And the way I'm looking at it is YieldMax right now for me is a 5-year hold. And the reason for 5 years is if I'm making my money back in 1 year, let's just say, we'll throw a ballpark figure out there. You put $100,000 into Misty, for example. Don't matter. It can be Platy. It can be Ulti, any of them. And you're getting a monthly return of $5,000 a month. Well, that's at $1 a share, of course. Within a year, you've made 60% back. If it was $1 every single month religiously, you'd make 60% back. Within 20 months, you made all your money back. And the share prices keep going down with the payments. Well, feasibly, it would last you 5 years before all of a sudden your share price was worth pennies compared to dollars. Well, if you're making 4x on your money over 5 years, you're doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And that's the way I look at it. And that's one thing I wanted to bring up to you guys. If you're investing into these things, please, please be careful. They can go that way. What's the likelihood of it? Who knows? I can't say it
can go what way.
It can always go down, and then all of a sudden it's worthless.
No, it's never going to be worthless.
I love the objective criticism from the other side of the table. Go ahead, Brooke. So give your 2 cents.
Well, look,
I always say, hope for the best, prepare for the worst.
Forgetting the past. What's the price of Misty today? $15?
Yeah, 15 and change.
Say we get $1 from now to the cows come home. That's $13 in a year on the cycle on a $15 stock. So that's a no-brainer.
Every time they pay $1, the share price goes down by $1.
Oh, hold it. Let's say they don't pay $1. Let's say they pay 80 cents.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's like over $10 on a $15 stock. Oh shit! You know what? They dropped it to 60 cents a share. Payment. Well, that's like almost $8 on a $15 stock. So my point is, the returns are phenomenal when you look at it. Now, the past is the past. You're hanging on because you're still getting your payments. You're still getting your checks.
Yeah.
I think you look at it. Well, would I buy that stock today? Well, at $15 to get those type of returns, why would you not?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So maybe the idea of dripping into it. I saw a good video. You should have, and I told my nephew this, and I haven't, and you haven't. We have double the shares we estimate we need to live.
Yes.
And the reason we did that obviously wasn't for seeing it go down necessarily. It was, hey, we'll make some money to invest, whether it's in Misty, dripping, or something else. In an emergency, we got extra money to live on. You know what I mean? But if you can do that, so maybe that's an aim, and then reinvest the dividends. It's been proven reinvesting is going to lower your dollar cost average and substantially increase your total return.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's the way to look at it in my view. And now let's look at the underlying idea. I think that's maybe what you're getting at.
Yeah, go ahead.
Could this YieldMax, some of the funds go broke? Well, if they got smart investment, like Tesla's not going broke, MicroStrategy ain't going broke, NVIDIA ain't going broke, Palantir, all the companies they typically go, Apple, Amazon, they're not going broke. So there'll always be options, which is where they generate their income. There'll always be volatility. There has, since the stock market's open, there's been volatility. So you don't have to worry about the volatility going away, at least to zero. Okay, sure. MicroStrategy's probably volatility's cut in, 2/3 maybe from when it was introduced. But there'll always be volatility. There'll always be the underlyings. So they'll consequently always generate an income. The question is how much.
Yeah.
Are payments going to go to 50 cents? Are they going to go to $1? Are they going to go back to $2? Well, a lot of it will be based on the option premium they make. What drives that? Volatility. What drives that? Typically stock movements up or down either way.
Right.
So we think the ones we're in with Misty, obviously it's single stock based. Bitcoin needs to run, which I think it will. MicroStrategy will get pulled along, and well, guess what? Misty will get pulled along as well, because obviously the volatility is probably, at least it's maintaining, likely going up in micro, and the premiums will definitely be going up as the share prices go up. So
okay, so that's for this year. What happens if come January we're in a bear market? What happens to the share prices of MicroStrategy and Misty?
Well, let me tell you.
Go for it. I want to hear.
My view. I don't care if there's a bear market, bull market, whatever. These governments are not going to stop printing money. Okay.
That's true.
That is going to drive the interest in Bitcoin. The adoption is growing constantly. Big boys are in it. They understand it. More and more adoption, as I said, is there. It's coming. It's going to get bigger. So we will see a demand for Bitcoin regardless of a bear or bull market. Obviously, in a bull market, there's more money necessarily. Investments are looking. Bear market, people tend to get cautious. But yeah, you'll have swings in Bitcoin price. But to me, it's going to be higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I see happening. I don't even think we'll see Bitcoin under 100,000 again. And there'll be a time when we'll say, Jesus, I don't think we'll see Bitcoin under 200,000 again. Maybe it's a year down the road. But so I don't see bear market coming in Bitcoin. Consequently, I don't see it coming for MicroStrategy. I mean, if anything, we're probably in a slight one now, but you know, there is maybe some games being played. But I think it's like a coiled spring with micro. I think it's ready to jump any second now because you know, it's been depressed for quite a while, I think. So, all right. So what happens then? Bitcoin will stay strong, in my opinion. That'll pull micro, which will pull Misty. Now, let's say Alti. A lot of us own Alti, including myself. Well, that's based on the 30 highest volatile stocks. When I looked into it this week, why is Alti down? Well, the stocks, the couple they picked have been dogs. So that's stock selection. Now, why did they pick them? Well, the volatility was fantastic
At the time.
At the time.
Yeah.
And they've had a couple big winners, but unfortunately, with the nature of YieldMax, the winners tend to get capped because you have a, you know, a top ceiling, so to speak. So we don't necessarily garner the big gains, but unfortunately, we can on the losses. But with 30 stock diversification, as the whole market goes down slightly, sure, you might see Alti, you know, but right now, Alti's a buy. You know,
I mean, below $6. Yeah.
You know, I was in it. I think I'm in at 615, and it's like 550. Am I selling? Hell no. Am I buying? It's a pretty damn attractive price at 550. So if my bag wasn't full, I would say definitely you want to maybe DCA into that. They're going to be consistent. Now, they're paying 9 and change, 9. If they even go to 8, let's say they go to 7, 52 weeks is like 360 on a 550 stock. Who's not going to want that type of return? So I think we got to step away from the, oh my Jesus, my share prices are going down. What are you getting? What's your total return? You know, give it a year. Let's say things stayed the same. What would my return be?
Right.
And then look at your portfolio. Geez, that's not a bad return compared to whatever everything else I got here. So yeah, that's maybe the way to look at it. No, I don't think they're going away. I don't think they're going to zero. The underlyings can go up or down, meaning, you know, what they're based on, the share prices, and that consequently can cause premiums to go up or down, which will cause payments to go up or down. But do I see higher payments ahead for Misty? I do. It might be 6 months, might be a year, but I think we'll get back to $2, you know, on payments. Why wouldn't we? If the stock price, if Bitcoin doubles, micro doubles, maybe triples, Misty goes to 27, 28, why would the premiums not go up? You know what I mean?
Oh, of course it would if that happened.
And with Alti, you know, those are the two I focus on because, you know, we both own them. Alti, it will obviously in a bull market with the 30 stocks slowly going up. Let's hope that happens. You're going to see an increase in payments and share price. But if it treads water, okay, we'll still get some premiums. And if it bear market comes on those, sure, it might go down a little bit more. It might go down 50 cents, maybe $1. We'll still get a premium every week, which I like. So
yeah, well, I'm very bullish on the remainder of the year. And the reason I'm very bullish on the remainder of the year is the market has penciled in 3 rate cuts this year. So one coming shortly in September on the 17th, the following one in October, and then the final one in December, all at a quarter basis point, which has always been fantastic for crypto.
Oh, and well, it'll goose the whole market. You know, it not only crypto. Every time they drop the interest rates, Bitcoin's going to jump. You know what I mean? Because why? People know that's what the government's going to start printing money. You know what I mean? So that's interesting. But yeah, no, I think the rate cuts will be very positive for the overall market. Yeah. So you know, those 30 underlying in Alti as well as micro, you know, that'll grow the demand.
And the jobs report came back at the end of last week.
Not where the shit.
Yeah, way down on what the forecast it was going to be.
Yeah.
So with that, they upped the odds of the Fed cutting interest rates from 80% to 98% now. If you look at the betting odds, it's at 98% cut. So, and a lot of people are saying he needs to go further than a quarter because of the jobs report and actually go half. That would be interesting if that happened.
Well, yeah, your half brother Jerome Powell
Brother,
has
he's not related to
decided
me.
for too
He looks
long
more like you than he does me.
for too long not to lower the rates. So it's a little too late, a lot too late, in my opinion. But yeah, a half is needed. Don't be surprised if it's only a quarter.
No,
because that's just the nature of the.
I'm expecting a quarter, but a half would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it'll be positive for liquidity in the markets. I think we're not. I don't see we're staring a bear market in the face. Put it that way.
So there you go, folks. You got two different opinions. You got mine and you got Brooke's about what the future holds for crypto and the bull run and the bear season. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And also in regards to YieldMax, is it a 5-year hold or you think it's going to go on for eternity? Let us know in the comments below and we'll read them out live on air. I love everybody's opinion. I love having a debate.
Blakester Drums, the S&P effed us. Morning, gents and crew. I wonder what he's referring to.
MicroStrategy.
Yes, we know.
And they allowed 3 companies in. First one being Robinhood. Okay, Robinhood assets under management is about $60 billion, whereas MicroStrategy's asset under management is $90 billion. So, that was a bit of a shocker. Markets weren't betting on them getting in, that's for sure. So, and then the other 2, one I never even heard of.
AppLovin.
AppLovin, who the hell is AppLovin? Yeah, they got in. And their assets under management is only about 30-40 billion. No, sorry, theirs was 110 billion. So yeah, they were bigger than MicroStrategy. Okay, I can get that one. But the other 2 that they let in, Robinhood, and what was the third one?
IBKR?
No, IBKR got in 2 weeks ago.
Okay, no.
What was the third one on Friday?
I don't know.
That got in. Anyways,
I don't care.
They were well below MicroStrategy. Yeah. So, yeah, I agree, Blakester. They effed us.
Michael Vila, good evening from Cape Cod. Thumbs up, everyone. Hit that like button. Make Darlena smile. That does help the channel.
Oh, yeah. If you're watching on the live stream, it's free. Pound the thumbs up. Get us to 100 likes. Even if you're watching on the replay, it is much appreciated.
Tekken says, good morning, CBD from South Pattaya. Jet lag is real.
Yes, it is. I know. I flew all the way to South America from Thailand. We flew to Brazil to get on a cruise ship, and my God, when I got off that plane, I was, yeah.
Yeah, did it take long to acclimate or what?
For a start, when we left Dubai, because we changed planes in Dubai, we'd actually landed an hour before we left Dubai. So we gained, like almost half a day. Weird.
Oh, interesting.
Very weird. Yeah.
No, I've never had jet lag. But Art says, good morning, Cooper and Brooke. It's Art. Thank you for mentioning my podcast. Let's put a plug in here. Not me, but you. I appreciate all the information you both share about Thailand and investing.
Art.
There's
I can't see his picture. What podcast?
I don't know. We must have mentioned it. We did today.
Does it look like Retire on Dividends, guy?
Anyways, he's coming to Thailand. That's good. He'll love it. Yeah. We'll hopefully meet up. I'm also a fan of James at Invest Answers.
Okay.
He's a sharp boy after all. My wife and I are planning a trip to Pattaya in May 2026. That'll be low season, Art. Good on you. Hope to meet up with all of you. Yeah, that'll be the plan.
Yeah, we have a meet and greet every month, the 4th Tuesday of every month at Fraser's at 6 p.m.
Yes.
And
come on to that.
Yeah, and it's a great time. Meet a lot of our subscribers, and they make instant friends. So
everybody's happy, everybody's smiling, laughing.
Fantastic time.
Yeah. Drinkers, non-drinkers, smokers, non-smokers. They got something for everybody.
Yeah,
and the food's good. So we have a great time there every month. What a sale. Good evening from Corpus Christi, Texas. Hello to the CBD gang. Looking forward to learning about what they are not telling you. Have a great show.
Well, that's just it. Misty could go that way. I have to be realistic, folks. It could go that way.
Could go what way?
Continuously down. It started at $50 a share. It's now at 15. So it's dropped
I don't think it was
75%.
50, Junior.
I think it was
I
it
think
50?
it was in the 40s, 42 maybe.
I'd
But
have to
anyways,
look.
yeah, it can keep going down. But once Bitcoin runs, actually, what's needed is MicroStrategy
Yes.
to go up. Obviously, you know.
But
more
with him ATM in the common shares, that's not helping the shareholders.
short term, no.
Yeah.
But what's the ATMing for? Buying Bitcoin. You know, I'm going to tell you a little true fact.
Go
He
for
who
it.
owns the most Bitcoin wins. Okay.
Not if the share price
and
is going
Mikey's
down.
argument. Yeah, but that'll stop eventually.
And he posted another orange dot last
Good.
night.
I'm glad he did. I'm happy. I think a wise man, might have been you, said one time, sailors making us to hold for the long term.
Yep.
Well, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? Like, you're actually owning a piece of the pie, meaning Bitcoin, by through owning MicroStrategy. So
can you see the NAV premium going back above 2.5?
not about, well, 2.5 would, that'd be a ways off.
Because we're about 1.5 now.
Yeah, I could see it going to 2. You know, 2.5 is getting up there pretty good, you know. If Mikey was seeing that, if I was him, I'd be, you know, ATMing like a son of a bitch, because if it goes to 2, you get $2 of Bitcoin for $1. Like, why would you not buy? So that's the reason. That's how this infinite money glitch works, right? So no, I don't have an issue with it. I'm a buy and hold type of guy. I know you don't like it.
I don't.
Next, please. Nomad Jack and the lovely Pinky. Good morning, Coop and the gang. Let's have a Money Monday and a week. Yeah, let's have a good week.
Let's have a good week. We need it in crypto. And how's Bitcoin doing right now, Dad?
Well, let's see here. Bitcoin's hanging in at 110.7. Yeah,
110.7. Okay,
so I mean, you know, it's treading water
this week.
Solana's 205.
That's
not
good.
bad. It's up. XRP 288. Oh, that dog's still hanging in there, I guess. Hasn't run though. Okay, Richard Woolley. Good morning, good evening to the Misty Mafia, and long live Alti.
We do like Alti here.
Just so you guys know, we're both big in Misty and Alti.
Yes.
So when we talk about those two mainly, it's because that's basically what we own.
I wanted to be diversified. That's why I got it. I didn't want my sole play to be on MicroStrategy.
Guys, if you're strictly in Misty, you do realize, obviously by now, that you're in a single stock ETF.
Yes.
So you live or die with MicroStrategy. The benefit of things like Alti, there's 30 different stocks. So you can have a dog, you know, I mean, it could go bankrupt, one of them. Well, that's not going to really affect you too much. You could have one that, you know, takes off.
Yeah.
And hopefully a lot of them go steady and up to the right. So yeah, it's obviously more diversification is safer, let's say. Living the adventure. I finally built up my first 100 shares of Misty. Well done. You got in at a good price. Please tell me it was not a bad investment. I don't think any investment's necessarily bad in YieldMax. It's just, you know.
Well, you're going to get a monthly return there living the adventure. So, like I said, I'm thinking 5 years out. And you're going to get a monthly return for the next 5 years. I can't see it disappearing within 5 years. So that's my thoughts. And if you're making 400% return over 5 years, you're doing very well.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, 5 years is maybe your goal, but I would not pick a date. You're going to stay in Misty. And by the way, Living, it's a good investment if you're in at the current price, because your payback is quite good in a year and a half. I'll stay in Misty, and I'm sure you will, Alti, until we feel there's a better investment. really. That's, you know, regardless of what the price is. I mean, if Misty goes to $28, would I sell? Why?
Hmm.
You know, the premiums will be up. Why would you sell? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll make money. Well, where are you going to put the money? You see what I mean?
Mm.
So yeah, you have to look at each investment, you know, on its own. And
Now, why did I get into Misty? I got into Misty because I want a monthly check. I bought double the amount that I needed to survive. And for the monthly return, I take 50% profit and the other 50% I diversify into other stocks. For example, Tesla. I see Tesla easily doing a 10x by now in 2032. Easy.
ditto.
And probably closer to 2030x.
Ooh,
But
that'd be
on a
nice.
bear case scenario, I'm betting it's going to do a 10x. And that's what I want. I want my monthly payer. I want my weekly payer. And then I can buy the dips in Tesla
for growth.
for growth
Yeah.
stock for the future that I don't want to sell.
Yeah. I mean, we've said many times on the channel, you want to have a combination of I'm assuming you do, your income stocks, your
Yeah.
weekly or monthlies,
Got both.
and obviously living, maybe a little extra for investing, and then counter that with growth.
Yes.
So your growth is up and to the right after 5 years. In the meantime, you got to live, and you want a good living in retirement, which most of us are in. That's where the weeklies and monthlies come in. So you want to hopefully have both. Now we do have members here, subscribers. They're strictly into the income funds. You know, they're hoping maybe down the road to get more growth, but you got to have a bit of a strong stomach. One thing will continue to happen for the guys that are strictly into these income ones. You'll always get your checks. Hopefully you got enough to live on.
Yeah.
If that was the reason you got into it. Eventually, especially with Misty, I can see the share price going back up and the payouts, you know, once Bitcoin starts to run, pulls everything with it. So bear with it. Scotty Caswell, good morning from Scott and Meritus. Guess where they're from?
US.
Pennsylvania. And it's still nice weather there, I'm sure, but 2 or 3
Winter's
months
coming.
from now, Scotty will be joining up on the live stream, and we'll say, how deep's the snow there?
Exactly.
Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, everyone. Thumbs up, make Darlene smile.
Yes, please.
What a sale. Hello, Nomad Jack. Vegas Chris, good morning, CBD and group. Wishing everyone a wonderful new week ahead. Let's make some money.
Exactly. And thank you to everybody with the badge next to their name right there for being channel members and helping to support the channel for only $2 a month. Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
Black Ops, Big Al, morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena.
Good morning, Big Al. How you doing, buddy?
Ernie Jones, good morning, CBD and gang. How about them Sooners, Ernie? Oh, yeah.
Good
One
morning,
again.
Ernie.
Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena.
Morning, Mike.
Nomad Jack, hello. What a sale. Oh, I hear they're just getting back and forth. Lost Boy. Hello, tubers. Greetings from San Diego, California.
My old stomping grounds. Just
It's
north of there,
beautiful
San
there.
Bernardino and Victorville, where I went to high school.
Nice area. Mikey D, what's up, tubers? Hope all is well in the land of smile.
It is. It is absolutely fantastic.
A little rainy
here.
today, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I brought the scooter over. You know, you get these 25-baht plastic raincoats. They're in a wee little packet.
That's right.
And you open
Get a
it up
couple
and you
of
think
them.
it thing expands, and you know it's like a very thinnest plastic.
Yeah.
But it works.
And for those of you that are new to the channel and watching for the very first time, we're a bunch of retirees in Thailand. That's it. We've worked our lives away and we got our pensions, our disabilities, our 401ks, and we're living the good life. And what do? We invest in the stock market. We invest in YieldMax funds. We invest in crypto. And this is the show that we talk about our investments and your investments and give each other great advice. So if you want a channel that
On
you
Mondays.
can participate in and ask questions, we answer them and give you our opinion, you give us your opinion, then you're on to the right channel.
and living the life in Thailand.
And of course, none of it is financial advice.
Oh, heavens.
Have
Heavens,
to
yes.
put that disclaimer out there.
No. W Secrets to Success says, okay. Hello, gents. We need a full 1% interest rate cut this month.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, but the market would panic.
It
What's
would.
wrong? Why would they 1%? That's ridiculous. Yeah.
They would never do it that quick.
Two
Well,
half
Powell
points.
would. Maybe whoever the president puts in to replace him. And when's his term up? May?
Who's that?
Powell?
Powell? Oh, your half brother? Yeah.
He's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. Yeah, May it is up. Hambone, I'm surprised the guy hasn't quit by now. But
Yeah.
hey guys, what's your thoughts on Black Hole DEX, decentralized exchange by Elio Trades and Alex Becker? Never heard of these guys. The liquidity pools seem great. Cheers.
That's the one we'll have to look into for next week. If you got anything that you'd like us to look into, we will. We'll do our research and then we'll talk about it on the following week. Thank you for that, Hambone, and we'll give you our thoughts next week on Money Matters Monday.
Well, okay. What I don't follow too many people because you're getting too much FUD out there. You can't, I mean, most of the stuff you see now on YouTube and that, even on the news channels, you don't know whether to believe the shit or not.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I believe that. Like, your gut's telling you something. But the one guy I do, as mentioned earlier, James Invest Answers.
Very
so
good.
if he mentions something, and he has done this over the years I've been watching, that I do follow up on because he's a sharp cookie.
Yeah.
And he's obviously got a pretty big staff researching. You can basically trust he's data driven, keeps emotions out of it. He's not driven by the FUD. And he'll point out a lot of the stuff you see in the news is absolute bullshit, and he'll call him on it. So that's good. But the reason I tell you this, if he mentions something, I'm going to follow up on it. But if it's not in his bag, I'm probably not too interested because, when you want to be a winner, find a winner, copy him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? James is a winner. He's a big one. So basically, I'm copying what he's doing.
Michael Villa says, wow, new ad. Yeah, add a little jingle to our Coopersthaiadventure theme song there. Making money while we sleep.
What's this book up in the corner here?
Oh, that is our latest e-guide for Thailand.
Oh, is that it?
That's what it is.
Shit, that looks interesting.
A lot of people buying it, a lot of great feedback, loving it, as Cooper likes to say.
It's a good value, and
all positive.
I've read that book a couple times, actually reread it, and there's tremendous information in there, especially for someone looking at coming to Thailand. Maybe he's never been. If you've been here, but it was 15, 10, 20 years ago, buy it. It's a great value. And I think what you'll save the first 2 hours off the plane at the Swanapam Airport will more than pay the value of the book. So,
oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. It's a good return on investment. I'll just say that. Keith McDaniel, good morning, evening, watching from Gary, Indiana.
Wow, Heath likes to travel, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a Hoosier. That's a Hoosier state. John L., could it be that the U.S. is going to buy MicroStrategy as the reason it did not get in? Well,
it could happen. If you put a lot of faith into Mr. Lee,
Tommy Lee from Fundstrat, he seems to think it's one of the only ways that the U.S. government could acquire 1 million Bitcoin, which was their plan to acquire 1 million Bitcoin. The only way, you could not go out and buy 1 million Bitcoin today. It's impossible. Yeah.
There's not that much out there for sale for a start.
You'd drive the price through the roof.
And you would drive the price feasibly. I mean, if you did it on the money exchange, if you did that on the exchanges like Coinbase, Robinhood, and all the others, you're looking at $10 million Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's how high it would go if you tried to buy $1 million on the exchange, 1 million Bitcoin on the exchanges. It would shoot the price up to 10 million, and nobody wants to do that. They know it's going up. and they want to keep it slow and steady, is my opinion. So who knows, John? I would love it they did, because then they would have to put a fair market value on the shareholders. That fair market value per Tommy Lee would be $3,000 per share.
Yeah,
So currently,
that's what Tommy had
the
mentioned.
share is trading at 335 close as of Friday. I know it's gone down 2% on aftermarket, but it could spike back up today.
Yeah, 9 or 10x.
So exactly, if you were getting a 9 to 10x return, would you vote if you were a shareholder and say, no, I'm not selling?
No, I would take
Heck no, I'd be
take that.
Sell, panic sell.
Yeah,
You know, I'd be pushing that red button as quick as I could.
Johnny, I could see that as a possible solution for the U.S. to their debt crisis. So I would say it's definitely a possibility. Rumors leaking out about it, that might happen. If you see MicroStrategy start to do a run, then maybe something's cooking. But, and I mean a big run, you know. But people, you're not going to get that much coins. See, one coin is worth, what is it now? 111,000. Yeah, it's gone up since we started.
Okay.
So one coin's worth that. We'll go and buy 100 coins. Then put a bid in for 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, and watch what happens to the price. It ain't 111,000 anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? It's starting to go parabolic. So yeah, that's and I don't think the U.S. is going to be able to accumulate simply by printing cash, you know, without the market knowing about it. You know, that's the nature of the beast. But anyways, never say never.
I would love for it to happen.
What's that?
I'd love for the government to buy out MicroStrategy.
I think it would be
as a shareholder.
Smart financial move. Look, it's smart for us to buy Bitcoin. Why would it not be smart for the government to buy it? And then you get some of these European governments. I think the Germans were one. Well, we're going to sell our Bitcoin at 40,000. Yeah, yeah, big mistake. Mike D, that was at 93% odds of the Mike getting in.
It was.
I think it was prior to the day or two before.
That's what the betting markets had it at, 93%. And you know what they had Robinhood at? 20%.
No, I think it was a little more than that.
Nope.
Okay.
Polymarket had it. I checked Polymarket on the day, and they had a Robinhood at a 20% and MicroStrategy at 92%. Maybe it went up to 93 before the close of market.
Logan C, hello, super studs and THC gang. I mean CBD gang. Good play on words, Logan. Willem Vanderbeek, good morning, Cooper, Brooke, Darlene, everyone on the live chat. Having my morning coffee on Third Road. Have a great stream and a blessed day.
And enjoy your time here in Pattaya, William.
Where's Third Road? You know where that is?
Yeah, he's staying in Pattaya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
So he's back there on Third Road by where we bought our scooters. That's the corner of Third Road right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Price, hey, Mugs, what's the dilapidation? Oh, you know who that is? That's the guy from the Bowery Boys.
Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Your favorite show when you were a kid.
Yeah, it was. Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor. Roberto, good morning, CBD and fellow tubers. Hope everyone made it home safely last night from the pouring down rain. It did come down.
And I said it's the start of monsoon season. I said it Saturday on the live stream, and we got a decent downpour last night. Did you hear all the thunder?
Yep.
I did. Darlene was terrified. She wouldn't let go of me in the bed, hugging me as tight as she can. Babe, I don't like it. I said, what do you want me to do?
Make it stop.
How? Exactly.
Hey, Robert. Richard Woolley, with the decline in Misty price, will we see sub $1 dividends?
I think eventually we will. And that's why I bought double what I needed. Yeah, because I do see it going sub $1 at some point. Right now, we're in the beginning parts of September. The bull run normally kicks off at the second half of September all the way through to December. So once that pumps I think for the remainder of the year, no, you will not see a sub $1. Maybe this month you might see 99 cents, for example. Depends on how quickly Bitcoin pumps and how well they do in their final 2 weeks before the declaration date. Right now, on their weeklies, they're up about 70 cents is where they are on their weeklies, but they had to cash out one of their synthetics. And they had to pay big money, over $100 million, because it was well under the synthetic price, which was a 385, and micro's down at 335. So they had to pay. They didn't make money on it. They actually lost 100 million. So this could be the 1 month for the rest of the year.
You know, you follow this guy regularly.
I do. Retire on
And
dividends is fantastic.
I thought you said they're up 80 cents or something.
If I had 10 thumbs.
I thought you said they made 80 cents already.
It's 76.
76.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
In their weeklies.
Oh,
Okay.
Just weeklies.
Just weeklies. But they lost over 100 million on their synthetics.
Okay.
They immediately rebought for a 330 synthetic, or 335, whatever it was. So if micro does make a run up this month, and here's a little tidbit for you folks. I've been following MicroStrategy for 2.5 years now, ever since you and I met, Brooke. And what happened last year, the 5th of September last year, was their all-time low. They were at an all-time low on the stock price for last year, since the ETFs come out. And then all of a sudden, it went parabolic, MicroStrategy. It ran up so hard, they had to do a 10-for-1 stock split. It hit $1,200 a share.
I remember that.
And where was the price? Right about where we are right now. So there you go. If history repeats, maybe Michael Saylor knows what he's doing and thinking that's going to do another 10-for-1 stock split. Who knows? But if it does, wow, we're in for some fantastic times. And then in December, if it gets allowed into the S&P 500, well, it's going to run another 30 to 50% on top of that.
I would say to Richard here, I could see a possibility of, you know, one payment, maybe two at or under $1. But when you see Bitcoin start to run, micro starts to run, Misty will get pulled. Then that's kind of the indication. That's kind of the end of the sub $1. And as I said earlier, I can see that going to $1.50, $2.
I can.
You know,
October,
by
November,
the end of the year, let's
December.
say. So yeah, you take the good with the bad, guys.
Yeah.
It's like investing in any stock in the stock market, forgetting about getting a yield on it. You're hoping the damn thing goes up and to the right. You don't panic, hopefully, when it drops. You're in for the long term, which we are. And in the meantime, we are making something. We're getting paid. And if you actually got in today at the stock, $1, even 80 cents, as I said earlier, is a fantastic pay
at $15 a share.
At a $15 share.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're getting over $10 on a $15 share in a year. So, you know, I always say 1.5 years to 1.5 years to get your money out.
Yeah.
Alfa Romeo, there he is from Stony Creek. Good evening from the Great White North. We're looking forward to another informative show while Pin keeps feeding me delicious Thai food. He's, oh my Buddha, he's up 4.5 pounds. That's the end of his reign.
I've dropped 4.5 pounds in the last month.
That's the end of his reign on the go-kart track.
Yeah.
Okay.
Loser.
He'll need a faster cart, he says. Yeah, I think he said Pin leaves tomorrow, so
yeah,
he'll miss her. Jerry Hart says, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlena. Coop, I believe you stated you have a US dollar bank account here in Thailand.
I certainly do.
Can you explain how this is established and functions?
Okay, very easy. All you do is you go to your bank. Like me, I'm with Bangkok Bank. I went there and I asked them, can I open a dollar account? And there's several currencies that you can add. For example, it's not just dollar, euro, pound, and Australian dollar and Canadian dollar were also in there that you could open. And then you have to have a minimum balance of $1,000 US to open it. So they took that out of my Thai bot account, equivalent to 1,000 US dollars, open the account, and you have to keep that as a minimum balance. And then what I do is I have my disability coming in from the US into my dollar account. And then I wait for the bot to fluctuate, as it always does during low season. It's always at its bottom. High season, it goes up. And that's when I use that to get the most amount of money and change it into transfer it between the two accounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have good faith in the Thai banking system.
I do.
I prefer keeping my money in the West.
I'm good with mine.
Yeah.
I've never had any problems, so I'm not going to.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But yeah, it was very easy to do.
El Promeo, I'm still buying MicroStrategy shares.
Mhm.
They're on sale.
I've maxed out on my micro, so
Ditto.
I'm at a point where I'm maxed out on both micro and Misty. Now I'm dripping into Ulti and Tesla are the two that I'm dripping into right now.
Yeah, I'm adding to my weekly payers,
Mhm.
and I'm also trying to get Tesla.
Mhm.
I got a good slug, but 10 more shares. I like to do at least 10 because my damn fees are $7, so that's like 70 cents a share and 10 shares. So
Yeah.
I hate paying them damn fees, but can't get around it. Don Delonic, Mr. XRP. Good morning from a wet. That's a Grand Part 2. MicroStrategy will get in, but not yet. Mature volatility, diluting shares, group of 10 voting against MicroStrategy. I guess that's 10 voters on the S&P.
Yeah.
Give it 1 or 2 quarters. Yeah, that's it, Donnie.
I'm thinking I think if it happens in December, it's the perfect storm for MicroStrategy. I really do. Fingers crossed. Wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Hanna, take one video. Did Misty bring tears to your eyes?
No, I'm still happy with their dividend payments.
Yeah, we're
I'm
happy
still
getting
happy.
a check every month, aren't we?
I mean, our last payment was $1. What was it? $1.08, 99999.
Yeah.
So I'll call it 109. Again, over $1. Every time it's over $1, I'm happy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good buy. That's the thing right now. Again, would you buy the shares at 15?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a no-brainer. Would you buy Ulti at 550? I think that's a no-brainer. So now would I sell at those prices? Why
Hell
would
no.
I sell?
No.
I'm getting paid to wait.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Rick Price, according to the fiscal astrologicals, Septemberlation's a real catastrophe for them stocky markets.
Yes.
It's like Wall Street gets a case of the economic indigestions.
August and the first 2 weeks of September. And then towards in the fourth quarter, it runs the stock market. Yeah.
Robert Pierpont, it was a good hedge because I still have 1,400 shares, a Misty.
Well
good
done.
on you.
Well done, Robert.
Dandy dandy. If Misty goes belly up, I'll be out on the street. Nah, it's not going belly up, guys. You'd have to have no options being traded, which, I mean, options are bigger now, in my opinion, than the stock market. Thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of contracts being traded on MicroStrategy. So you're not going to see that.
Time will tell.
Steve Dice, when is the next Misty dividend?
They declare next on the 24th.
Okay.
So, which is the Wednesday, and then we'll get it on the Friday, which is the 26th. Yeah.
Rick Price, I offer my most sincerest apologetics for the conglomeration of vocabulary I done inflicted on your ocular receptors. I didn't mean to bamboozle your brain pan with all them polysyllabic monstrosities.
Someone is using AI.
Yeah, maybe that's it, right? Richard Woolley, the key to YieldMax shares is to reinvest some of the distributions. Exactly.
Yeah.
Not just expect it to be there forever. That's a very, very sound advice. At least part of what you receive, it's beneficial in the long run to reinvest. It typically keeps your income levels the same each month. That's what you'll find. Low as your average, your dollar cost average will go lower, and your income hopefully stays the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a smart thing. He's absolutely right.
That's a good play. Yes, I agree.
Robert Pierpont, Robinhood and AppLovin getting in should be good for Ulti. Yeah, well, let's hope so, because I think those are two of the stocks that are in.
Is AppLovin in there?
It was.
And Ulti?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do change, but no,
because I think on after hours, AppLovin and Robinhood
both were up,
but both were up 7 to 10%. Yeah.
Ronald Riker, good morning, CBD from Daytona Beach, Florida. Looking forward to seeing you guys in September. Meet and greet at Fraser's. Yeah,
that'll be the 23rd of this month. My birthday. Yippee.
Yeah, we like those meet and greets. They're fun.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it a live stream.
That would be
because it'll be my birthday.
Sure.
We'll see.
1, 2, 3. It's Mr. JD. Good morning, gents, from Jumpton Beach. See you at Route 66 at 11 p.m. today, or 11 a.m. today.
Are we going to make it?
Oh, I don't think so.
I got the maintenance guy coming for my water pump at 9:30. If he can finish on time, I'll be there.
Yeah. But, okay. Well, there you go.
No
Mr.
promises.
JD.
We'll see.
Yeah, I can't today. I got something on, but yeah. So if we're not there, carry on.
The gang will always be there.
No,
the gang goes.
Yeah.
We always have like 10, 12 people that go there every Monday.
Mark Hanna, Take One Videos. Fiat money is the cancer that is killing the middle class. He's absolutely right.
Yeah. Because what you bought for $1 5 years ago,
won't buy shit now.
It won't. Exactly. You got to look at it that way. 5 years ago, you were paying 70 cents for something. Now you're paying $1 for it.
Yeah, you want to be in what's called hard assets. Any of you out there with GICs and money market funds, take a look at buying something hard, like buy a hard asset, buy your Bitcoin or shares in a good company or land or something, because when the money printers start really gearing up, which they're doing,
every time they cut rates, they got to print more money.
Yeah, that money has to chase something.
Yes,
it's going to chase assets, and that's why you want to be in them.
Yeah.
Right on that. Rick Price, Slip Mahoney of the Bowery Boys and the East Side Kids. Okay, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Mark Hanna, Bitcoin Maxi, the 4-year cycle is dead or dying. Yeah, I
would love that to be the case. Michael Saylor has been on TV on Bloomberg, and he said the 4-year cycle's dead. There will be no Bitcoin winter.
No. Not like
I would love for him to be right. I would love where he said there's 70% drawdowns. He said,
forget it. No.
He said if Bitcoin goes to $500,000, he could see it dropping down to 300,000. He said, but 400,000. He said, but there's no way you're going to have the 70% drawdowns that we've had in previous bear markets.
Correct.
Yeah. So time will tell. Let's see if he's right. We'll know. We're only 4 months away from January.
Don Delonic, Mr. XRP. Brooke, I'm a bad investor. I don't think you are, Don. You have 5 times the amount of Misties, so more than the 2 you advise. I will splurge and buy 5 shrimp fried rice this month and 6 rounds of golf. So he's upped his holdings to really get a terrific lifestyle in the land of smiles. And thanks for being a channel member there, Donnie. And actually, there's quite a few channel members we forgot to thank.
Yeah, I said thank you earlier to all the channel members.
Oh,
thank you.
Good. Living the adventure. No way it will hit 200K by December. Sorry, maybe 150 to 165. I'll take that, Livy.
I would. Yeah. If it goes to 150, 165, I'm happy.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, 200 might be a little too quick.
Mm.
Then you can start to see.
Well, a lot of people still predicting 200, 250.
Yeah,
Tommy
yeah,
Lee
we'll
is.
see.
He's predicting 200,
150 to
250.
165 would be ideal because it's probably slow and steady.
Yeah.
You know? Better for us all. John L. Hey, Coop and Brooke, I'm in Misty and TSLW. You guys rock.
And thank you, John. Much appreciated.
TSLW. I'll check that one out. Rick Price, Brooke, can you get those Bowery shows on the internet Whizbox? You know, I haven't checked on
Yes.
that. You can. Oh.
Everything we searched. Remember, you and I sat there and I said, give me a name of a TV show. We looked on there. It was there.
Yeah.
Everything we searched, we could think of, it was there.
Yeah. He was kind of the leader of the gang.
Mm.
And there was a tall, skinny guy with a stupid looking hat on. That was the Joker. I forget his name, but I might just check that on the Wiz because that would be fun to go see a few of those shows. Mark Hanna, guys, you equate the share price of MicroStrategy to Misty returns. It is implied volatility of the weekly options, which the ATM at the money mutes. Well, yeah,
he's got 3 comments.
Yeah, Jerome Bowel movement will fight lowering rates as hard as he can for partisan reasons. Yeah, I believe that. Who the hell is AppLovin? Are you guys kidding? Check their 1-year returns. Oh yeah, they're probably okay, but it's just not a company we've come across much.
It's not one that we've heard of.
No.
Yeah. But then there's loads of companies we've never heard of.
Exactly.
So, you know,
there's loads of companies on the S&P 500 we've never heard of. Yeah. Or care about, I guess.
But I think Jerome Mark has got no option. He's got to cut it this time. He went on wrong figures last time, and he admitted it on national TV. If he would have known the correct figures, then he would have lowered interest rates.
I think, specifically labor markets. Yeah. They're not good. Richard Woolley, income ETFs should only be 5 or 10% of your portfolio due to the volatility. Okay. I understand where you're coming from, and for someone that's just wants to sit back and not worry about anything, maybe they can't sleep too good if their portfolio goes down. That's good. On the other hand, Richard, I believe in, as James says, hey, do your research, and then once you decide, go in, go hard. And so I keep a limited portfolio, probably 4 corners, 4 stocks, and heavy. And so for me, that's not necessarily what I look at. Income ETFs now, I'm probably 25%, 30%. Yeah. You might be even a little more.
A little bit more.
Robert Pierpont, AppLovin has been a good stock, 300% up in 23, 700% up in 24. That has been good.
And MicroStrategy is over 1,000% up since 2020.
Yeah.
So in 5 years, it's up well over 1,000%.
One of the best performing, as is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Richard Woolley, Fraser's does some great chicken tenders.
They got a lot of good food.
Yeah. I like their chicken Caesar salad there. I've had their chicken, what's that one I used to get?
Schnitzel.
Chicken schnitzel is damn good.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I can't eat it all. It's too much for me.
Good food and reasonably priced. John, the difference, though, is over 95% of MicroStrategy assets under management is Bitcoin. Correct, Mundo. To the committee, they see it as admitting Bitcoin to the S&P. It's their perception. Exactly, John. I think that's what they looked at and said, I don't know if we're ready for that. But
well, this is what I think they're waiting for. I think they're waiting to see if the Genius Act gets passed at the end of this month. If the Genius Act actually gets passed, then I think they're going to be very, very hard pushed to decline it in December.
Well, let's.
And the consensus is it will be passed because there's a lot of bipartisan support for it.
Yeah. We have a crypto-friendly administration, thank heavens. Jonathan, great price.
It is right now.
We should at least double by the end of the year. That would be nice.
That'd be nice if Bitcoin doubles by the end of the year.
And MicroStrategy.
Yes.
And Misty.
And Misty. Imagine Misty at $30.
That will make it a 10x in 5 years.
Yes, it would.
Doubles every year. Okay.
Well, if we don't have a bear market, if there's no more crypto winter for Bitcoin, then yes, it's possible. We'll see. Time will tell.
So Coop and Brooke, you're still holding Misty. Will you
Yes.
sell some and go over to Alti?
No. I will drip into Ulti, but I'm not going to sell any of my Misty.
Okay.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, built my Misty bag. Built my Alti bag by flipping Misty.
Oh, you flipped some of your
So,
Misty.
oh yeah.
So you sold at a loss to buy Ulti?
Listen, it's not what's happened, it's where it's headed. Okay. So I preferred, and the reason I did that, I preferred the weekly payer over the monthly. But even more importantly, my bag of MicroStrategy is big, and Misty is based on MicroStrategy. So I was too concentrated in MicroStrategy with Misty. I mean, I kind of combined them too. So I wanted to say, well, shit. Anyways, that's why I did, flipped over to Alti. So
Okay.
I still have some Misty, and I've got my nephew in Misty as Alti, but it's just when I was too concentrated, so that's why.
Okay.
Richard Woolley, personally, I do not underestimate YieldMax's ability to make Misty work out. They have too much to lose. Yeah, they're sharp guys, from what I've seen. So they'll run it.
Yeah.
Make us money.
I'm hoping they're around for 5 years.
Yeah.
I can't see them going bust in 5 years. And by that time, I think Tesla and NVIDIA are going to be way up. And MicroStrategy too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm betting on.
Vegas Chris, I'm still accumulating, so I am on Coop's side. Crash, baby, crash. A little crypto winner would be nice. Daddy needs more Misty, Alti, and Tesla.
Okay.
We all know where Bitcoin, Tesla, and MicroStrategy are going by 2030. Jesus, this guy's a man after my own heart. He's exactly the way I feel.
Oh, yeah. I think Tesla, Bitcoin, and MicroStrategy by 2030 in 5 more years. I mean, well, actually, not even 5 years, 4 years and 3 months. It's going to be off the chart.
Well, yeah, Bitcoin. So those are my biggest holdings: MicroStrategy and Tesla.
Yeah.
And I see them both doing a 5 to 10x in 5 years. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Fantastic times ahead.
Richard Woolley, agreed. Vegas. Okay, there's another one on the same page. John, others that are in may also hold Bitcoin, but they may see MicroStrategy as a disguise simply for Bitcoin. Just my opinion and what I hear. Thank you, guys. Yeah, there's companies in the S&P that hold Bitcoin, Tesla being one of them.
Yes.
And
there's over 170 companies in the S&P 500 that currently hold Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Now, and it's going up by 3 to 5 companies every week.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, heck, you could be looking, close to 200 of the S&P 500 having Bitcoin on their balance sheets.
Yeah.
So it's already in the S&P 500 is the way I'm looking at it. How the heck they can decline it in December, I don't know, especially if that Genius Act passes at the end of this month.
MicroStrategy trades at a premium to its Bitcoin holdings. But the tidbit for today, you start watching James Invest Answers if you don't already. And if you do already, then you realize that there is Bitcoin holding companies that trade at a discount.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a tip on one of them is called Mara.
Yes.
52,000 Bitcoin on their balance sheet. That's nothing to sneeze about. Trading at a discount to its net asset Bitcoin, net value of its Bitcoin. So in other words, you can buy $1, or 93 cents gets you $1 worth of Bitcoin. So, yeah. It's good to watch people that you trust. James is one of them, Invest Answers. You'll pick up tidbits like that. I mentioned that to my nephew, and he just he bought a whack of shares on Friday when it dipped.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Big Stir, the skipper. There he is. Been away a while. Hola, guys, from Puerto Vallarta down in Mexico. Hot, humid, and thunderstorms. See y'all next month.
Oh, he'll be back up here next month. Yeah, I like Victor.
Mike D, naturally, people are freaking out over Misty, but I think waiting is probably the best. Tesla also pays out a monthly, and TSLW, I got to look into that one, but I'm with you, Brooke. I say hold on, hodl.
Hold for dear life.
Yeah.
Hold on for dear life.
Well, again, as Coop said, when we double, we recommend doubling what you think you need to live. So we're still getting lots of money to live on.
Yeah.
We didn't get the $1.50 again, but dollar is pretty good, when we got double, what we need. So hang on, you'll come out okay. Rick Price at Captain Action. That was a good short story you suggested from Isaac Asimov. The last question. Yes, brilliant idea, story ready for the test. Captain Action. Mikey D, I learned to hodl the hard way. I had 600,000 V-chain at below a penny. I sold it way too soon. Missed out on about $1.25. Got to know when to hold and when to fold them, when to walk away.
And
Kenny
sorry
Rogers.
to hear that, Kenny Rogers. Yes. My dream, Jonathan says.
I will be there hopefully next year.
Oh, it'd be great to have you out here with us.
All you need is Bitcoin and a little love. Correct. Life advice.
Yeah.
Richard Woolley, too late Powell needs to be gone.
He needs to do one.
Yeah.
That's British for get the hell out of here.
Needs to do one.
Yeah.
Jonathan, it all maybe this, maybe that. It's okay. I remember when Invest Answers had 200 subscribers. That's going way back into time. I listened to him on Bitcoin and wish I listened to him on other things. Yeah, I've been listening to him for years and done well. Did you ever pay for James' investing program? I signed up.
You did. I didn't.
No, and I just did the basic membership. I think it's $9 a month, but I do get Patreon updates and that. I just don't get access to the models he's constructed. And guys, I think they do okay with those models. It's just I don't want to spend that much time analyzing, the models and that. So so no. Alpha Romeo, Brooke, the Bills are down 20-10 in the second quarter. Ooh, not good. They're playing Baltimore, so that's going to be a tough game. No, it's political, says Jonathan. Hey, Cooper, John Kavanaugh.
Hey, John.
They kept him out of the S&P 500 because it's political, maybe.
It could be. The problem is it's a 9-person committee that makes the choice of who goes into the S&P 500 and who comes out. But it's one of the highest regard secrets in the U.S. Nobody knows who's on the committee. And they will never release those names. I mean, we could all guess, who's on there. But it could be political. If like I said, the Genius Act, if it passes at the end of this month, they're going to be very hard pushed to decline it.
Mikey D, correction, Coop, I would love a Bitcoin at 10 mil. Put that in my pocket any day. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would if the U.S. government went out to buy 1 million Bitcoin and they did it on the exchange. I'm not talking about the OTC desks, okay, under the counter, I'm talking about actually on the exchange. It would send Bitcoin to $10 million.
Yeah,
per coin.
They ain't
gonna do
it. Exchange.
If there was.
Ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
John Kavanaugh, AAL is a big scam. It seems like Saylor is the only CEO that knows what he's doing. I can't wait until the rest of the world catches up. Well, Jonathan, there is other CEOs, Semler Scientific, Meta Planet. They are accumulating Bitcoin similar to Saylor. They're issuing shares, they're issuing preferred stock. Obviously, Saylor's the big boy, and he's being copied, put it that way, now that he's shown them the way.
And didn't Meta Planet come out and said they want to have 200,000 Bitcoin by the end of next year?
Yeah, well, good
by
luck
2027.
Yeah, I think they're only up around between 30 and 50.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a lot.
Mark Hanna, when Misty buys synthetics that are so shallow in the money, they have very low deltas, correct, and provide less upside appreciation and less premium. So,
yeah,
you know, it's a hang on and wait, guys.
exactly.
Alfa Romeo, did any of you lose power during the torrential downpour in Pattaya?
No, I didn't.
No, we
I
didn't
didn't lose
power.
any power whatsoever.
No.
No, my electricity stayed on all night.
Yeah.
Nice and cool in the bedroom with the aircon
Looks
on.
like the sun's out now, so
Yeah,
that's good
beautiful
news.
day.
Now, if that was the Philippines,
oh yeah, we'd definitely be out of power.
Yeah, Mark Schaefer. Hey, Brooke, have you considered selling calls on your Ulti? Let me deal with that. I saw a guy saying that he does that on a video. I may look into that when I get things caught up after getting back. Okay, so there is an option market for calls and puts on Ulti and Misty.
Yes.
But the liquidity is so small. The difference between the bid and ask prices is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get a 10-cent bid and a 40-cent ask. Well, you know, it should be, you know, 10 and 12.
Yeah.
Or, you know, 15 and 17, 15, 16.
Yeah.
In a liquid market. Well, it ain't.
No.
So I would say forget that idea. Definitely never, ever do a market order on that. You'll get screwed royally. You'd have to do a limit order and good luck ever getting filled. So yeah. I'd say forget it.
No, I won't do it on that. I would do it on micro though, or Tesla.
Oh yeah, yeah. So today I think I'm going to be selling some calls on micro, upside calls. Rick Price, when I was thinking about jumping in, I asked myself, am I chasing yield, betting on Bitcoin, or just exploring high risk, high reward plays? Well, Richard, are we talking about micro or Misty
there
or
goes.
Bitcoin?
He says, I'd say it was all three. He's referring to YieldMax.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I was, am I chasing yield betting on Bitcoin? Well, yeah. Bitcoin's going to keep going up because the dollar is going to get weaker. And the weaker the dollar gets, the stronger Bitcoin gets. The more the Fed prints, the stronger Bitcoin gets. The more the interest rates are cut, more Bitcoin climbs in price. So the Fed's do 3 rate cuts this year. Easy, $200,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And who was that subscriber said he thought it was going to go to 150, 165 max earlier in the comments?
Yeah.
If there's 3 rate cuts, no way. It's going a lot higher.
Let's see. Yeah.
If there's only 1 rate cut, okay, I would say that 150 to 165. But with 3,
I think there's still manipulation. So, you know, 150 to 165, that's okay. You know, slow and steady.
Play Misty for me.
Misty for me.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. Wasn't that the movie with the actor that had the orangutan Clyde?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. Wasn't he in the movie Play Misty for me?
No idea.
Yeah.
Mark Schaefer. Hey, Brooke, do you own another ETF weekly pair besides Alti? I do.
Which one?
XBTY.
Oh, yeah. You said you got
it's a Bitcoin play. I don't have a big position. I think it's 300 shares. That I might add to that. We'll see. But yeah. More Formosa. It's also a weekly pair, which I like. And it's a little diversified from Alti. My Alti bag's pretty big, guys. More Formosa, I think, because MicroStrategy's primary value is an asset repository, correctamundo, rather than a traditional business income stream producer. By providing product services, the S&P is not fans of adding it. It's an uphill battle. He's absolutely right. That's the view on it. But let's look at the world. The world's changing, you know, and, why not have these companies in there that benefit everybody? So that's my view. They'll see that.
Well, they said if MicroStrategy would have got into the S&P 500, it would have put them in the top 100 stocks in the S&P 500 automatically.
Yep. Good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Scotty Jean. Hey, guys, from New Zealand.
Hello, Scotty from New Zealand. Welcome to the show.
Alfa Romeo, Brooke, the food munchkin has acquired a taste for both Molson Canadian And Labatt's blue, I'll bet.
And brew and extreme ketchup chips.
Oh, okay.
He
Sorry.
says later.
Don Delonic, Mr. XRP, gold and crypto are the new world money. Fiat is good for toilet paper. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Because the prices are
These governments are printing worthless paper.
Exactly.
Hoping somebody will take it. More Formosa, howdy New Zealand from Zealandia, the original Dutch name for Taiwan in the late 1600s.
Okay. A bit of history there.
Scotty Jean, I hear they're making life harder to live in Thailand for pensioners.
No,
Not really. No.
not at all.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nope. Everything's still tickety boo.
Yeah, it's a great place to retire, guys. You come on over here to Land of Paradise. Travel says trade. Pulte currently showing 162% distribution.
It's outpacing all of them.
Yeah.
I'm loving Platy right now. And it's one I'm seriously considering getting into once Misty and MicroStrategy make their run.
I just I looked at Platy, Palantir, the underlying. To me, they're a little too opaque on how they. I mean, their biggest customer is the U.S. government.
Yeah,
and that could change in a heartbeat. So, yeah, not my cup of tea. But
it is mine. But I agree.
Yeah,
with you,
I know
Travel.
you like it. A lot of people do.
I do like that.
Jeff
one,
Trio,
yes.
hey guys, Brooke, you're right. I'm getting paid from Misty while we wait.
Exactly.
Getting paid to wait, boys. Mark Hanna, diversification is just buying the substandard because of the lack of commitment to the super standard. Do you do your homework and buy Bitcoin? There is no second best.
As Michael
A man
Saylor
after
says.
my own heart, okay? As Michael Saylor loves to say. Live and learn with Mike. I predict XRP will be $7 to $9 by January 2026.
That would be nice.
Mikey, let's wait and see, okay?
Yeah. It's been hovering around the $3 mark.
Do you have a hat I could eat if that happens?
I'm sure I could find
I'll eat
one.
your hat if that happens.
I want to make sure you do it on the live stream. Mike, we're going to hold him to
Phil T, morning, gents. Did you end up looking at XBTY, Brooke? Not only did I end up looking at it, I ended up buying it. And I think Phil was the biker we were out on, and he first brought that to my attention.
Yeah.
And it had only been out a couple months, but he had done well with it. Well, geez, the more I looked at it, I thought, oh, shit, there is something here. So, okay, maybe 100 shares, so start off small, but I've been adding. I like the fact it's a weekly. Richard Woolley, we are all different points in our lives, but it's fantastic to have the gift of income ETFs to help us along the road.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing with it, guys. It's,
We're just boosting our income for our retirement here in Thailand and living the good life. And then using half that income to reinvest into future stocks where we see that it's going to go up tremendously over the next 5 to 7 years. And what is it? Technology and AI.
Yeah, if you're like me, I was forced in a way. My pensions from Canada are like a lot of government pensions shit. Okay. And so I was forced to obviously save and invest, and then I need to make a living from that to supplement these useless pensions from Canada, and so it was selling calls. Well, to find companies like YieldMax that actually do all that work for me, give me a monthly check. How much do I need to live on? Okay, I'll double that in case they do drop the premiums.
Yeah.
Then I can just focus on the growth. You know what I mean? So to me, it's a win-win-win down the road because I don't have to worry about living expenses now as I did in the past, right? And I can simply focus strictly on the growth side. Now, I'm not really worried about this price dropping of the shares from when I got in,
right?
On Misty and Alti, actually, for that matter, because I know my growth will more than make up for that in the years ahead. In the meantime, I'll keep collecting. And between you and me, I think we'll see those share prices that I got in at, go up. So it's just a matter of when. Stacks Bitcoin just bought a Tesla. Well done. And it drove me home. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Full self-driving is incredibly underrated and underreported.
Yeah.
Tesla is going so much higher. Absolutely.
That's my future play. Tesla.
Yep.
Their cars are fantastic. I'm keeping politics out of it, with Doge and, Elon, keeping that out of it. And I'm just looking at the company as a whole.
Yeah.
These cars are going to take over the future in regards to taxis, in regards to if you buy one and you want to make passive income while you're working, but you're not yet in retirement age, the car can go out and make money for you.
Be in bed.
Exactly. You can stay at home and the car
be
go
at
out
work.
making for you if
Yeah.
you wanted to, and could, double, triple your salary in a month, depending on what your monthly earnings are, of course. But fantastic. And then the robots are coming out at the end of this year, beginning next year. That's going to be the big money maker. The robots are going to skyrocket Tesla shares. And that's what I'm betting on for the future.
Yeah. So here's what's happened. Tesla, Elon is getting a new pay package. And it's based on performance of obviously the company, the share price, earnings, and he'll make $1 trillion if these standards are hit. Well, what's the standards? The company's worth $1 trillion now. It has to get to 8.5 trillion. Okay. So in other words, go up 7.5. Well, we'll give him $1 trillion of that if he makes us 7.5. We'd still end up with 6.5.
Yeah.
Share price would be up to, I think, 3,000.
Yes.
From 300. So 8 or 10x. And people will be shocked. What? Like the plateaus he's got to hit. Nobody will say, no, it can't be done. Well, they said that about the last pay package that got voided by that idiot judge. I think it was in Delaware. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hello, don't underestimate Elon. Interesting. Mike D, I say Bitcoin ends at $135. Seems low, but I think that's what we're looking at. Maybe by the end of the month. Is that what he's talking about, or the end of the year? Mikey, we'll see.
Next.
Mark Hanna, Brooke said option 0.15 to 0.17 spread because of liquidity. No option chain is more liquid than MicroStrategy. Yeah, but you're talking about Misty or Alti. Their options are very limited compared to MicroStrategy or, spreads are very normal during early and midweek. Yeah. Jeff Trio, I was wondering, can strategy be in the Magnificent Seven stocks?
Yes, it can. And it will. I think it's going to be top of the Magnificent Seven stocks.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's going to join. It's not if, it's a question of when. Is it going to be December or is it going to be March next year? Don't know.
Yeah.
But I would say definitely one of those two. I'm hoping it's December, because if it is, boy, are we in for a hell of a bull run this year.
Yeah, we should be. Yeah. It's again, question of when, not if. In my mind, Coop. Biggest Chris, I know time is running out, so I will say my thank yous. And once again, hope everyone has a great week ahead. Ditto. Yeah.
And take care, because we're running out of time, folks.
Yeah, we'll have to end it soon. Don Delonic, Mr. XRP, no inflation in Thailand. People are wrong. Massage, shrimp, fried rice, coffee, no change. Golf, go-go girls, taxi, lots of food and vegetables are down in price. The go-go girls are down in price? Wow. And take that to the bank.
I buy that for $1.
Donnie should know. Attaboy, Donnie. Mikey D, Elon will be the first trillionaire. Wow. Yep.
He would
probably.
be, yes.
We'll all win. That's the key. We'll all win. Don Delonic, at Live and Learn with Mike, I predict XRP will be $7 to $9 by January. Okay, Donnie, we're going to have a hat eating ceremony.
And he's looking at 24 to 27, maybe higher by January.
Wow. I think the problem with that, Donnie, it puts it bigger than most companies. Biggest Chris, only 58 likes.
What?
Let's
pound that like button. If you haven't done it already, pound it. Make my wife smile.
That's not good.
That's not good at all. Come on, guys. We can do a lot better than that.
Anthrock Morton, I am so far away from your lofty holdings, but not allowing discouragement. I will stubbornly keep DCAing one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, don't worry about our sizes. Everyone's different.
Yeah.
You know, there's people with, 50,000 shares of Misty, 50,000 shares of Alti.
Yeah.
You know, there's people with, 15, 20 Bitcoin, and we know them. You know, good on them. Everyone's different. So just do the best you can, Annie. Live and learn with Mike. Great live stream. Thank you.
And
Thank
last
you,
comment goes to John.
Johnny says, last year as I prepared to retire, I told someone I wanted to find a way to draw $500 a month to supplement my Social Security. They didn't believe I could do it. For August, I crossed 5,000 in YieldMax payouts. Well done. Yeah.
Well done.
So just, you probably don't need that much to live on, Johnny. Hopefully. Watch your spending. Maybe that's double what you need, and bingo, throw the rest into DCAing or other, maybe some growth.
Growth stocks, yeah.
Yep. Rick Price, just was thinking ups and downs. This is the downtime, hanging in there for the rewards. Yeah, yep. We're getting paid to wait, guys.
Exactly.
Look at it that way. Richard Woolley, thanks, guys. Have a great week.
And thank you to the 100 people that stayed on to the end. Much appreciated. And if you enjoyed this live stream, hit the thumbs up if you haven't done it. It's not a pain in the ass. It's very easy. You just push the remote and there you go. Or if you're watching on your cell phone or tablet, just touch the screen, hit the thumbs up. It really does help support the channel. We try and get 100 thumbs up per live stream because that's the magic number that YouTube says we need to hit to help boost the algorithm. Bitcoin's up $111,041.
Goes up every time we start talking.
It closed at 109 on Friday.
Ooh.
So it's up $2,000 since the close of market on Friday. Very, very good for Bitcoin. Good start of the week. Frank T says, disappointed MicroStrategy didn't make it in the S&P 500. Hopefully next time. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. If Robinhood wasn't allowed on their first time and was taken in on their second time, they should do the same for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And Tesla was the same. They didn't get in on their first try. It was their second.
Come to Thailand, guys. Retirement here. You live probably on a third of what you need in the West, maybe a quarter.
Yeah.
It's a great lifestyle. The weather, the food, the ladies, accommodations. I can't beat it. So
yeah.
Just put a plug in for Thailand.
We're going to play the exit song. So hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you on Wednesday. For All About Thailand live stream at 8 a.m. Thai time +7 GMT in the West. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep. Money matters Monday, making money while we sleep. Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad Thai sizzling spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from